Hi everyone, and welcome to my first YouTube video. On this one I'm going to be showing you the Heng long tank I've been working on over the last month or so. It started out as a basic Heng long, came with a smoke unit, sound unit, shoots BBs from the turrets and stuff, and then I've been messing around with it to, just see if I can kind of get some futuristic feel from it or something. So I thought it'd be pretty cool if I could run it from a laptop, something like that. And I got a wireless camera, you can see here, that I've mounted on the underside of the turret there. And I mounted it using a little bracket, you can see it there. And I used the bracket because it angles the camera down slightly below the turret. So when you're driving, you can actually see where you're going. And this little micro camera here is powered by this wire here, which is a barrel wire, and I'm using this as the switch. So when that's plugged in there into there like that, then the camera here is actually being powered now. And when I unplug it there, then the camera's off and it saves battery. And you can see that the power wire runs into the top of the turret here, and it runs down into the chassis underneath, and it comes back out underneath along here, under there, up here to this battery bank here. And thankfully the battery bank is a standard battery bank for like a smartphone camera. But what I was going to say, it charges the wireless camera, it powers the wireless camera at the front perfectly. Now, I wasn't particularly impressed with the quality of picture the onboard camera here was given. So what I did is, I added 2 strips of LED lights here. Here's one strip, and here's another strip. And they're super bright, dense lights, but in the daytime filming on this camera it's great, but in the evening in low light, if you're driving around in dark places or whatever, can't see much. So what I've done is these LED strips that I've put on, they're 12 volts, and I'm charging them from this battery bank at the back here, and I'm using just the power lead on the LED lights as the switch for them. So I'll show you. You can see they're really super bright lights, and they do a good job. But what I had to do is these strips are 12 volts, where the battery bank here is only 5-6 volts. So what I did is I soldered this wire here onto a little PCB board, and it steps it up the voltage from 5 volts to 12 volts. So this wire goes inside the chassis here, and just behind these cogs in the chassis there's a little PCB board which steps it from the 5 volts to the 12 volts, and then it just comes out and feeds the LEDs at the front there. So I did those two. They're my 2 biggest kind of adaptations on this one. One to get the camera running, and what was I going to say? One to do the camera, while the other one to help, power the quality of picture which is received on the laptop. There's this big chunky USB which does the receiving of the signal, which is pretty cool. And I'm really happy with my tank so far. See if I can kick it up there. The smoke unit is really good. I put a new one in. I got like a new one for £10 off eBay. And I got a load of sci-fi Warhammer stuff, these skulls and, the whole kind of little bits for the side and everything, and put them on. And I'm just trying to get a kind of Warhammer futuristic-y feel, more futuristic than Warhammer. You have to consider that this tank, this Heng long, is a 1/16 scale of its original, size, of its original World War II size. And when you're working with Warhammer stuff, that scale, even though it's like subject to conjecture and stuff, is like 1/60, 1/30 scale. So when you design stuff like this, you really have to consider the scales will fit, so it all looks right. But you can see it. I've made the tank turret move and stuff, and it goes over everything quite nice. And I'll post some video. I'll post some video online to show it, you know, taking video live on the computer. But as you can see, it looks pretty cool, and I'm quite happy with the new smoke unit I put in there. Just about to see it popping out. So if you mix the overall, I got some barbed wire for the back, which was pretty cool. So look, this barbed wire here stretches out along the back, so it all adds to the feel of it and everything. But when the lights are on and it's on the laptop or PC, you know, it does look pretty cool. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you can get some inspiration or whatever for your own tanks. And the only thing I'm not happy with this setup is I love the tank, apart from I need to do the odd bit of paint and stickers on it. But the controller, it chews batteries like you wouldn't believe. So I was really hoping perhaps if I can get some battery banks, I can stick them on down here, and I can put little PCB boards on them to jump them from 6 volt to 12 volts. And the several 12 volt battery banks I'll hook up in parallel, which I'll then solder on to the positive here and the negative here. And between the battery bank's power, it should give me far longer than the power usage on these at the moment, because these rechargeable batteries go in like 20 minutes. So I'll post that mod when I've finally done that. I love the battery banks, they're so cheap and so useful. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you can, you know, check out my designs for my tank build on my website there. And if you have done any camera tanks, you know, of your own, do let me know, because I'd love to see them. I am going to work on a bridge build. I was building this bridge here before my glue gun blew up. So when I finish that, I'll post that, because you can't buy the bridges and stuff for this model work. So you know, that'd be pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed, and check out my other posts that I'll be posting for my other mods. And I love some of your posts out there, they really are cool. And I'll leave some comments of my own, so do check out my links. So thanks guys, and you know, enjoy. See you later.